Hello everyone, this is Linda, and I have some things to show you today. I was playing with clay, and these are just some things I was experimenting with, just mostly for the colors. I wanted to see what I could color on the clay with and which would look better. So these are a few things that I did. I used Sculpey 3 clay, and I really don't like that. I like the Primo better. This was because I live in South Carolina and it's very, very humid here. Probably didn't help any, but the clay was very sticky and it was very hard to work with. I like the Primo better, although I'm no expert with any of it because I've only been playing with the clay for just a few weeks. But I made a mistake and I bought a big thing of the white Sculpey 3, and so I won't be buying any of that again because I just couldn't do hardly anything with it. I tried to cut it and it would just like have strings on it where it was so sticky. But anyway, I'll tell you what I did and what I found out that I like the best of these things. First, I stamped on this one, and I thought there was another one. Yeah, all of these here, these right here. I used these little Martha Stewart stamps that I showed in a haul yesterday that came with a stamp around the page, and I used those stamps here for these. And on this one I used the Perfect Pearls by Ranger. I used the red and I used the blue and I used the green. And I really didn't care too much for the way the Perfect Pearls looks. I put some stickles in the middle of the flowers because I only have these colors of the Perfect Pearls. So I really didn't think I had anything to use in the middle, so I didn't put anything in the middle. But then I realized I had something else I could use. I used eyeshadow. I had bought these at the Dollar Tree, and I think that's all I used. I bought these for $1 a piece at the Dollar Tree a long time ago, and I bought them to make shimmer mist with. But I remembered that all eyeshadow is really, it's mica powders. So I thought, well, I'll try it. So I did on this one. And it's so much prettier. The colors are soft and shimmery. And I just think it looks beautiful. Now, I messed the leaves up on this because I tried to use one of these little sparkle gel pens, and that didn't work out very well. So I know next time not to do that. But as far as the flowers and the background goes, I think it turned out really pretty. And what I did to get the blue is I mixed some of this white, I think it's Snow White, with the Perfect Pearls blue because I didn't have a blue in this. And I think it turned out a lot prettier than these. I think these colors are a little too harsh. I don't know. I just liked the soft colors better. Then, excuse me, I did the same thing with this one. Only here I used the green for the leaf in the Perfect Pearls. And I like the way that turned out. I think you can probably see all the sparkle in it. Otherwise, I just used this Lollipop and the Sunshine, which is really a gold. But I thought that one turned out good. And then, of course, I had to use the Perfect Pearls Forever Blue here. I mixed with this Snow White again. It's kind of silver. So that was those and what I did with them. Then on these two, this was all of these and these here were made with this roller stamp that I got at Michael's the other day, and it came with three stamps. So for these two, I used this one, and then for these leaves here, I used this and just trimmed it down. And then I just had a little bit of this clay left over, so I just rolled this and didn't get but one, and then I got a piece of one. So that's what I used for these, all of these here. These two, I just rubbed this Perfect Pearls on, and I just don't like it. I don't like the way that it looks. So I don't think I'm going to use the Perfect Pearls anymore. Now for this one, I branched on out, and I had bought this. Sorry if I blinded you just then. At, I forget where I got this. I think I got it at a store called Big Lots for $2, and I had bought it to, I forgot what I bought it for, but I bought it for something to do with crafting. So I had this, so I thought, well, I don't know, because it's more of a, a solid. But I wanted to have a different green, and I wanted a blue, so I used this, and I just painted it on with a paintbrush, and I used this pink, but then I used this color, and I used the gray. I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe. I used the gray right here in the little indent, the little trim right around the edge there. And then I used the gold here. And on this one, I used this color, and I also went around it with this, as I did the other one. And used the gold again, and I used the same pink. And then I made a mistake because I put some bling in it, and I should have waited until after I baked it, because evidently they were plastic and they lost all their shine. So, anyway, trial and error. I'll know next time not to do that. But I do like the colors, and I like the way they turned out. For these, I used this green here, and I like the way those turned out. I just painted it on just used a paintbrush and brushed it on. And then for this one, I didn't put any shimmer on it at all. I just used this little flower, and this is from a Dylusion stamp set. And I used this purple. No, I used this one, this purple, and I used this gold right here. And then for this one, I used this little stamp here. That came in a set that I got from Christy. So, thank you, Christy, for that. And I'll probably use this one a lot more because I really like this stamp. And I just went around it with this color here, this peachy brown color. And then I used blue. I must have used, I'm not sure. I must have used this because no, I used this one. I used this blue. And then in the middle, I put a little bit of this purple. And then I went around the edges with this gold here. And for these, I also used this stamp here from Dylusions. And I cut it apart. And I just used some blue. And I used the green. And the gold for the middle. And dusted around it with that gold. I really like this gold here. For this, I did this a little different. This one, I used this blue, and I just did the whole thing in blue. And then I used this Radiant is the name of this. It's kind of a coppery color. And then after I baked it, I went over it with some Stickles in Stardust. And I like the way that sparkles. So yeah. Oh, and then I have one more thing. And I made my first, I guess you could say my first pendant. And I also used these colors. I used the green and the silver here. And then in the middle I put a snap. And it came out because I didn't have anything to bake it in, to keep it in. So I had to glue it with some E6000. So here's a snap I made to go in it. So I'll snap it in if I can, but I won't be able to take it out because I'm sure the glue's not dry. So that's my first pendant. And it's just a little kind of a stone looking thing that I put in there. And then on the back it's just plain, and I'm probably going to put my stamp on the back. And then I also made this one, but I can't take that one out to put this one in. So anyway, that's what I've been doing, and so I thank you for dropping by and watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.